Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Sargel18. Episode 18 of Sargel18 Unchained. Heaven speaks through revelation, how to pray and how to listen. God is not insensitive to the needs of every single human on the planet, especially during revelation. He hears you through prayer and through the spoken word, and knows what your needs are even before you ask. At any given moment, God's eyes and ears are in billions of places, taking in everything from planets, suns, galaxies, universe, and the multiverse, and all of its inhabitants that walk upright or crawl, all at the same time. This is why even in third level of heaven that I'm in, it's hard to understand that level of awareness and power. God. All right. Now, even souls like myself who dwell in the third level of heaven try, but we can't comprehend it, and neither can humanity. Most knowledge of heaven and God known by man is basically Cliff Notes version, bundled in so many added descriptions and rules by the rulers of men over a 2,000-year period. The I Am presence of God, as I have stated over and over again, is simple and mostly based on common sense. Lucifer, through deception and possession, complicated the info so that the simplicity became hidden. Case in point, the 10 Commandments. Okay? You shall have no other gods before me. No idols, all right. All right, yeah, and you shall not make idols to worship to. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. Honor your mother and father. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not lie, and you shall not covet. Pretty simple. 10 commandments, clean cut each one, but look at all that's been added on top of it through biblical narration, interpretation, changing the narrative, and complicating it. See, it's just so simple. Follow God's rules, and you'll make up the levels and eventually reach heaven. Now here's a little tidbit that Lucifer created just to separate people, which many times has led to war and murder. I'll use the United States as an example. Have you ever noticed on how different language sounds in just 100 miles from where you grew up? Lucifer created that. Yes, I know scholars have come up with answers, the type of schooling, type of communities, landscape, etc. But just take a look at, if we move away from the U.S. for just 1 second, Europe, in Italy is 570 miles from France. Look at how different they express themselves. The languages are, the writing, everything, right? And a short thing, and that's basically from New York City to North Carolina here in the United States. That little portion, yeah. Okay. Right. But here in the United States, we basically speak one language, English. So it was much easier to prove what I already knew. The major difference in expressing words and sentences from northern New Jersey and northeast Pennsylvania, which is 100 miles away, to me was staggering. Heavy accents, different sentence structures, and a majority of people, young and old, completely ignoring consonants and vowels. Here's a case in point. Here in Pennsylvania is a town called Shenandoah. Here they call it Shendo. The whole middle's missing. Where you from? I'm from Shendo. Not I'm from Shenandoah. You know, I found that weird. And there's another city near here called Mahanoy City. And that's called Manoy. Not Mahanoy. So they just like, depending where you are, all these differences. And just that one difference of expression, and times it by affecting the whole world, no matter what, creates friction between people, and over the thousands of years has led to a major amount of negativity, just what Lucifer ordered. That's how Lucifer works. Not always in the spotlight, but behind the scenes. And he's the best at it, except for God and Jesus. They're better. Okay. Works behind the scenes of creation. And that's where souls from heaven, like myself, come in to counter and inform the masses, come in to counter evil and inform the masses so they can get smarter and make the right decision. You know, I've said it before, I only deal with the big picture as sent forth from heaven. And in that's how I know that Lucifer created this. See, in heaven, as I told you before, we know a hell of a lot more than what's going on here, what people are privy to. And that's one of them. Seems strange, right? Oh, come on. Oh, yeah? Let me tell you, if you live in northern New Jersey and you come out to, let's say, Hazleton, Pennsylvania, and start talking to people, you're going to be in shock. You're not going to, I didn't understand them at first. It took me like 3 years to get it. I have a map. I'm trying to find Shendo, the town Shendo, Shendo. There is no town, but I found the town Shenandoah and realized that that's what they're talking about. So, that's one of Lucifer's little noogies. That's how he works. Not always up front. Now, how to pray and how to listen in Revelation. During Revelation, the veil between heaven and earth is thin and will get thinner as time goes on, all in preparation for Jesus' return. God has his eye on all of this because he's watching. This is now on all of this. And because he's watching, this is now the best time to have your prayers answered while his focus is on us. But believe me, as I said before, God's everywhere in one spot. Billions of places all at once. Taking it all in, knows everything. Amazing. Now, getting your prayers answered is both simple and complicated. First, the complicated part. What most people of the world, when it comes to praying, know that it takes many kinds of religious experiences to prepare yourself for a prayer. Humanity has seen it all in books, TV shows, movies, and now Google. And now Google, and they follow that route. Church each week, and other things of that nature. And there's nothing wrong with that, with any of those ways. It's just the popular version. Now, what we know in heaven and are able to practice here, like myself, with Devron and Divine Providence, and I'm hoping God is watching me. The second part is simple. With the heavenly veil thin, and Jesus and God paying attention to everything and everyone, all you have to do is just ask. And then say thank you to God. All in one sentence. Ask your prayer and thank God. Right? You can be in your car, your kitchen, bathroom, your workspace, and so on. There was never a structure for prayer. That would be too complicated. God is about common sense and simplicity when it comes to us. And these are souls learning so they can rise up. It gets more hectic as you go up the levels, but basically that's what it is here on Earth. It was complicated by evil men and Lucifer to make it harder for God to hear your voice by adding all these things. You got to kneel down, you got to do this, you got to do that, whether it's church, whether it's in your mind, preparation. No, all you have to do is ask, and especially now. Now, there is no structure to prayer, but there is one rule in order to make it work. You have to completely believe that what you're asking for can and will come true. That's it. That's the tough part. People love to lie to themselves, especially when it comes to their deepest beliefs. If anywhere in you that you have any doubt that God can do this, then your prayer won't be answered. You can't hide it. Not from God. You can't hide it. Now, that's not that God didn't hear you. He heard you. But he also saw the doubt. So he'll wait for you to lose that. Now, here's a way. My advice from my view in this from a matter from heaven, try your best to resolve any doubt and then pray or just ask with focus as many times as you can each day. There just might be, for some reason, you ask it without the doubt, and poof, your prayer comes true and fast. Now use the same technique to listen, and you will hear on a heavenly level what you seek. As for this video, what I'm trying to tell you is that there's always times where you could do something better or easier than other times. Right now, the prayer part should be easy if you don't have doubt. It will be easy if you don't have doubt. But if you have doubt, work on it. And then just go about your way. I'll just use this as an example. God, I wish I had $1 million. No, there's no way God's going to give me $1 million. Oop, doubt. But if you say it, God, give me $1 million, please. I need $1 million for something, health or whatever. And you say it without a doubt, knowing that God can produce it like that, then you'll get it. I'm not saying ask for money all the time, but I'm just using that as an example. Now, I hope this info helped you. I'll try to bring more out from a heavenly perspective, because I'm tired about bitching and moaning, like I have been a couple videos. But I want everybody to stay prayed up, work on the doubt, and peace out.